Hello guys, White Witch 110, and welcome this evening to Vlogtober 3. This morning, of all times, when I got out of the shower, I started thinking about this necklace and how simple it was and how I wanted more. And I remembered I bought these beads at Dollarama for $4 quite a while ago, and as you can see, I've hardly even used them. So I started thinking, why don't I use them on the necklace? I mean, that's partially why they're here. So I figured, sure, I will thread some beads on here. Although I wasn't sure what beads. Seems like one side is going to be easier than the other. Maybe it's just that bead. Could be. This one looks a bit better. I do have a haunted location for you. Historic haunted location for you. My frustration was, first of all, trying to find photos. When I download photos on my phone, I usually can't find them afterwards. So I like to, this side is going to give me problems. I like to copy it, or I guess that's it, or send it to my photos, but this one wasn't giving me that, so I was frustrated. And these beads are not cooperating at all. Maybe this isn't why. This is why I haven't used them. I need one like that to go with that. It's almost like I need to put this stuff on a needle, which I don't want to do, but I may have no choice. Frustration. Why don't you go through there good? How? Okay. An idea. I don't know if it's gonna work, but seeing as I don't want to, yeah, that's gonna close on that. Yeah, I came home, had something to eat, had intentions of getting some stuff done, and ended up falling asleep instead. Okay, why aren't you? The struggle is real, people. The reason why I'm not going for the needle for these beads is because I don't know where I used to have the needles for the plastic canvas right and ready, because I did a lot of plastic canvas, but that's not popular anymore. So because of that, I put the needles away, and I have no idea where I ended up putting them. Okay, so that worked for once, kind of. So Sassy Pants, what are you doing? Miss Sasser. Sassy Pants, what are you doing, girl? I don't know, she's going after something. I had the bead, where'd it go? Okay. There. After some fighting, struggling, I want to keep it in the dark colors, if this will allow me to. If not, I'm going to go crazy. Okay. Just going to randomly, hopefully, pick out. It is hot here today. Let me tell you, summer has arrived a couple of months late. But, like, even now, I'm standing here, and lordy, I am sweating. It is absolutely insane. But this is what they call Indian summer. And it is warm. Actually past warm. Okay, so let me keep this up and I'll be back. Okay. I got quite. The smaller beads actually went on easier. I don't understand that, but what can you do? Okay, so I'm going to tie this again. Now I'm happier with this. But, oh, hang on. I decided to also redo the witch's knots. Be easier to have this there. Just went ahead and, because it's not my witch's knots, I just went ahead and made some so that I'm more pleased with. If I had it in between the really thick and that one, I'd be more pleased, but we have to go with that. And now, on to our haunting. And this evening's historical haunt is Laurier House. Built in 1878, designed by James Mather. 2 Canadian prime ministers have lived in the house. At the time of Prime Minister Sir Wilfrid Laurier was in office, the government did not supply housing. With the help from loyal friends, he was able to build the home. He remained there until his death in 1919. His wife Zoe also died in the home in 1921. She willed the property to William Lyon Mackenzie King, the 10th Prime Minister. Upon Mackenzie King's death, the home was left to the Canadian Crown. The home remains a memorial to both Monsieur Laurier and Mr. Mackenzie King. It opened to the public in 1956. Actual belongings of both prime ministers are displayed for visitors to see. On the 3rd floor, there is a room in which contains a shrine to Mackenzie King's mother, Elizabeth King. There is a light located on that space that is to be left on in her honor. However, it is switched off every evening when all the staff has left the building. It is the security guard's responsibility to make sure that it's off before leaving. They claim, in the silence of the empty house, upon reaching the main floor, they can hear the light being switched back on. One guard made 2 trips up to the 3rd floor, and by the time he got back down to the main, he heard it switch off. Neighbors have reported the light being on hours after the house is empty. Some security guards refuse to work there because of a strong presence felt. Mackenzie King himself had said that he spoke to many historical figures after their passing. His Irish Terriers all named Pat so he could remember the name, he said were often by his side after they died. Mackenzie King regularly contacted spirits between 1932 and 1935. Canadians were not aware of this until after his death. My visit to the house left me with a couple of experiences. In the room of his mother's shrine, I felt a hand touch the back of my head. Before leaving the house, I observed a woman in black at the top of the first floor landing. While with a group, while there with the Haunted Walk of Ottawa, sitting around a table, I sensed Zoe Laurier in the doorway. She was a plump woman. She said she was happy that we were there. Famous people who spent time in the home came to visit were Winston Churchill in 1941, Franklin Delano Roosevelt in 1943, Charles de Gaulle in 1944, King George I'm always I think that's the 6th, and the Queen Mother in 1939, Charles Lindbergh in 1927, and Shirley Temple in 1944. Now, unfortunately, try as I may, could be because my skills at finding stuff on the internet may be lacking, but I could not find anything except from my experience in regards to any of the Lauriers being in the house still at this time. Mackenzie King, even, I did not feel him there. I believe he spends most of his time at the Mackenzie King Estates, which was very dear to his heart. As for his dogs, maybe they're there, but I think they spend their time at the estate as well, which I will be telling you about at a later date. So that was this evening's haunted experience of a historic site, my own. I hope you enjoyed it, some of the facts regarding the home and the photos that I've shared with you. And until the next time, thank you, my friends, for coming by to see tonight's redo of the necklace and the witch's knots. If you're new and you're just passing through, please do check out my other videos. You may find something that interests you. If you do, give it a thumbs up. While you're thumbing up, think of subscribing. If you do, remember to hit that notification bell. And until the next time, ciao for now.